In today's video, we're talking about how to thoroughly wash your wrists, not to flick them. And I've made that joke before. The OGs know what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead, get thine self together. I found myself a new song to sing. I know I ain't forgot that. There we go. Okay. That is what we discussed today. So we have just discussed earlier today on how to thoroughly wash your elbows, and I went in great depth in detail as much as I possibly could. Now we're going to talk about the wrist. See, it's the parts of the body that people don't feel like it's necessary, that important, or it's something they don't think about. And that's something you need to think about. You got to think about that. You got to. Now, I need a place to prop this, so it might as well be here for me to prop it here. Okay. That way I'm hands-free, you know, can take care of what I need to take care of. I had something I need to peek at. Okay, thank you, Lord. Okay. All right. So when we're talking about washing your wrist, it's just as important. It's not as ash prone as maybe the elbows or, you know, kneecaps, ankles, which we've discussed the majority of those, except for maybe one area. This is very different. I feel like, at least for me, let me paint a picture here. At least for me, I like to go ahead and save the washing of wrist for last, even though soap has gotten everywhere from the start of washing everything. We talking about bar soap, we talking about feminine hygiene wash, the summer's eve or whatever you use, FDS, Vagisil, all that stuff. At this point, it is the last step for me. That's how I feel. And it's the next to last step. Almost ties in with when I did the video of how to thoroughly wash your hands in the shower. I feel like if you're specifically using a scented body wash, that's the time to do it before you officially step out. That should be your last step. At least that's what I do. You can determine exactly what is best for you. I just feel like when I get out the shower, why not use whatever is scented as a body wash that I started with. I want it to be the first thing I smell as soon as I get out the shower. Even though I'm going to layer and put on lotions and put on creams and put on body oils and perfumes and stuff like this, like Christian Dior or whatever, you should treat your wrist the same way. So this almost goes in full conjunction with the video where I was talking about washing the hands, but the wrists are a bit more delicate. Now, for us ladies, do you see? Very, very delicate area. You have to be careful you don't hurt yourself. For scrubs, you want to treat it the same way as if you're washing your hands and exfoliating your hands. Hand scrubs are a thing. I don't see them as often. So I encourage you to use body scrubs like Tree Hut that are relatively very abrasive, but with a light hand. So we're going to go with bar soap. For bar soap tips, you want to make sure you're lathering that between a very nice, soft, plush washcloth. And that's a reminder, I need to talk about those washcloths. The hard, rough ones versus the soft, plush ones. We need to have a discussion. Seriously, we need to have a discussion because we do in this community. Get that thing lathered up. I suggest Dove, the original bar soap. If not, get something that is antibacterial in nature. Olay is good. You could get something, if not antibacterial in nature, something that is heavily, a brand that is specifically heavily into skincare related body care. Dove and Olay are two brands I could think of. Aveeno is another one. What's another one? Oh, I know there's another one in there. I see it all the time in the store. For right now, Dove, Aveeno, and Olay. They are all, the reason why their formulas are so thick, luscious, and creamy for Dove is because they're not just focused on body care. They have a integrated skincare thing going on, which is when I talk about the benefit-based body washes, body care, body lotions. That's it goes beyond the scope of regular body washes. That goes beyond the scope of regular body lotions. You feel me? Because it has an added benefit. They just came out. Dove just came out with a line. I got the video up on the channel reacting to it. I'll put it on the community tab, as a matter of fact. Of each one, like melanin glow. One's meant to even out skin tone. One's meant to brighten the skin tone. Some different variation. And one's made to moisturize skin for dry skin. They aren't just making body care, and they are also catering to having a skincare beneficial effect to their body care. And then I see the same thing replicated with Olay, and I see the same thing replicated with Aveeno. Now Aveeno, I'm not really that familiar with them as far as their quality and lasting power, but I tell you this, I had tried a product of Aveeno's a while back. It might have been a cream for dry skin or something. Didn't smell the best, but I can tell you this, that thing went to work for that dry skin and repairing things, because that's what it's designed for. That's what it's formulated for. Those are 3 brands I can recommend of body washes. Now, the Aveeno I'm recalling from memory that you can go in and put on those delicate areas. I feel like the hands, for ladies, the hands and the wrist. Gentlemen, y'all want to know why our hands feel so soft and smooth, and our wrists and our elbows, and it's what we use. It's what we use. It is what we use. Get a scrub. Tree Hut is fine. What you're gonna have to do is get a little bit at a time. Not a large amount. Not this. Maybe a quarter size amount that is still relatively generous, and you want to place that and smack that in very lightly, very gently. Smack that red dab in the middle of your wrist, and then go around the circumference of your wrist, and then repeat the same here. Then once you're done, use the shower to your advantage. If you're in the shower, if you have a shower and tub combo, you could utilize that, or either you're sitting in the tub, already take your washcloth and rinse. Either way, you're going to use the washcloth, whether you're showering or taking a traditional bath. Because scrubs like that, they stick to your skin. They stick to the crevices, the layers of your skin. And so rinsing them off is simply not enough. And so you're going to have to go back behind it with washcloths. The plush ones, the shower loofahs, I always like to keep my promise that I made, what was it, well over 2 years ago or more, that max 2 weeks, switch them out, or else you are playing a boxing, a dangerous boxing game. You might as well be getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, retired, if you're not going to switch out your shower loofahs, because you're playing with bacteria at that dangerous level. Because they're going to be floating like a butterfly, and they're going to be stinging like a bee, except for it's going to be magnified to the power of sevenfold. And you don't want that. So 2 weeks, you're pushing it. But that's the max that I at least recommend personally. I have heard of people have it for a long time. Beyond 2 weeks, I don't judge you, because I used to have it up to switch them out or more, or have multiple in Switch, and then that's not good either, because you can buy 4 of them and be like, okay, I can kind of get around. No, 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 no. Buy the multiple. This is why you keep plush washcloth. You lean and rely on the washcloths more than anything. Get yourself a stack of washcloths, some of the best kind that are plush you get from department stores like Marshall's, Ross, City Trends, TJ Maxx. You go in there all times of year. I can tell you where they might have the best of it out of season. So some after summer in the fall, that's where you'll find probably all the summery stuff. After fall, getting into the new year, that's when you'll find all the very plush washcloths for people. Because wintertime is like a time people like they're nesting inside of their house. They might still go out, since this that took place, but they're pretty much nesting and getting stuff together in the house. They're probably doing housing projects or stuff, in their place where they rent or more, whatever it is, like that. And that's the best time to go buy those plush washcloths, because that's how I did it. I still got my 2 stacks of them, and then outside of that, you just keep buying a pack of 4 of washcloths as you see them. You can have different themes. You can have all gray or whatever color theme. That's why you see women, like, y'all don't understand, like, the switch up is real. The switch up is real. 1 week we'll have it in there, or a couple weeks we'll have it gray or all yellow. And don't let it be time for Christmas or everything getting decorated. Love home decor. Beautiful. Bottom line is, let me wrap it back around, stay on topic here. Plush washcloth. That you're going to need that to clean up your scrub. Now, if you've already exfoliated for the week or within 2 weeks, I think you should stretch it out specifically for your wrist, because that skin there is it's a bit thinner, just like on your hand compared to the rest of your body. Still thin, it's just a bit more delicate in these areas, hands and then wrist. So you want to be light-handed putting that scrub on, rinse it off best you can, get the washcloth to take care of the rest of it, or the shower loofah. I'm leaning more towards the plush washcloth. That's gonna get all the rest of it off. Shower loofah, you're gonna be playing with it. You don't need to do that. And make sure you rinse out your shower drain or bathtub drain. You don't need the ants showing up. You don't need them marching one by one, shouting hoorah, shouting good morning and good afternoon. And I heard you say it is hot, but you're going to be mad because we showed up and we're now eating the sugar from the scrub you did not rinse out. Things you don't want for 700, Alex. Jeopardy, hygiene condition. The hygiene edition. You don't want that. Now, when you get out the shower, I'm going to go ahead and grab a product I've not yet emptied out. Actually, both of them, to tell you the truth. There is already a review on the channel for this already. This is pre-cleansed shower butter. This is the very first I've ever tried. I'm not going to tell you how it is, but it's worth a coin. That's what I can tell you. Pre-cleansed shower butter. You could use this while you get out the shower prior to your body wash, or use it to shower with, or use it to bathe with. I feel like because it's focused on moisture, it would be really good going in directly after exfoliating to pack that moisture in, because exfoliating your skin, all that is you're taking off the top dead layer of your skin in whichever area you decide to do it in. So wherever you slap that scrub, that's exactly where them top dead layers of skin gonna come off. And you need to do that because and I'm not a dermatologist, and I am not a medical professional, but I will tell you this. Each time you do that, and even if you don't exfoliate, which I recommend that you do, not a medical professional, I recommend that, just because you're pulling from what I have learned in school long ago. there's like a cell turnover. There's a cell turnover. Your skin just sheds itself in a certain way, and if you're not exfoliate on the regular, where do you think that dead skin is going? Savannah Official, thank you, appreciate it. Welcome to Jessica Be Brave. Name is Jessica. Just where do you think that dead skin is going though? Any idea? You probably rinsing it down the drain just like the Shea Sugar Scrub, and you better be doing 2 times as much as rinsing. Then that's all. Marlon Powell, good evening to you. Hope all is well, and for everybody else watching. We're talking about how to thoroughly wash your wrist in the shower. And right now, I'm on that delicate part of skin here and how important it is to exfoliate it. Yeah, make sure you exfoliate, rinse very, very well. Pre-cleansed shower butter. Very good, by the way. Worth the coins. Might be lower than when I initially got this. So there you go. Dove Moisture Boost pre-cleansed shower butter. Or you can use a traditional body lotion. This is Into the Night. You heard me right. This is approximately 2 years going on 3 years old. Quality is still good. All about storing everything correctly. And let's see here. Still smells as pristine. Might even smell 10 times better than what it did. This smells 10 times better than it did than when I initially got it. For this to be 2 years old and still hanging on. This ain't hanging on by a thread. This is beast mode. It's just as good as it was as the day I got it. Over 2 years ago. These are more lighter fragrance type of body lotions. This is more lighter textured body lotions. For these around the wrist, you could go on about your business and do that. You can even use these as the catalyst to, I mean, just look at that. Hold on, I'm showing you the wrong side. These lighter, less thick and luscious body lotions, almost said body cream, are very, 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 I mean, they're perfect for that. Perfect for this area of your skin. Perfect for this area of your body. Now, body creams, what you would have to do. Now, you see how I was able to apply a generous amount? It's because it's thinner. You have to do more work. For body creams, that's a different ball game. That's a whole different arena altogether. You would have to squeeze out a little bit at a time and then do it in layers. So I recently put up that video, I think, about how to apply thick creams and lotions. So I think I'll reshare that after this live stream goes up. Yeah, and that goes over how to apply those thick, luscious, creamy, thickums type of body creams, and to just, you ever put on one of those type of body creams and the formula, and it just seems like you just been rubbing in your skin, and it's not absorbing, it's not disappearing. You know what I'm talking about? For those that know, they get aggravating, especially if you're in a hurry, and if you're not in a hurry, it's still kind of like, I'm gonna need you to absorb right about now. Yeah, that atrocity, that one. Sorry, we're gonna find a better vocabulary. That interesting experience. There we go. That's a better word. I'll put that up. Now, fragrances. Even though I have more than put a dent in this, and there's probably like 4 or 5 droplets of this. This is Christian Dior Poison Girl. Oh, I definitely heavily put a dent in this between 2022 and last year. I believe I finished it off. Smells good. The perfect happy balance between gourmandish and floral. I think this was the last one in their collection from Christian Dior, the Poison collection. 2007. I might be wrong. Do your research. Do your research. I always encourage that. Anywho, using this as an example. You always want to spray your perfumes in regards to your wrist because that is one where your veins are. Two, the most delicate portion of your skin. Three, it is also the thinnest part of skin on your body next to your hands. So, although you have 7 layers of your epidermis, do your research. I'm not a medical professional or a dermatologist. You still want to mist it like this and then get your wrist. Make sure you move your wrist in a way once you spray it to catch the mist droplets versus directly spraying. Now, although you've seen me do that for probably testing out brand new perfumes, testing out brand new fragrance mist, that's only for that portion of time only. Even for body mist and body sprays, you just have to be mindful of what chemicals and what ingredients go in there. And you want to make sure you're putting as less as possible. So if you just eliminate the need, use less and less. I know you feel like you're going to be wasting it, but just let me add a bonus tip in there. You won't be wasting it. Let me tell you why. One, you're going to be saving the skin here and in those delicate areas and in those other related delicate areas that are also thin skin, as the thinnest amount of skin. You still got to take care of those. Spray it, move that area with the thin skin and the delicate areas, neck, wherever that is. You walk into the cloud of fragrance. It's still going to be there. It's just going to surround you. So if you wonder why you're walking past people and you get that cloud of fragrance, a lot of times that's what they be doing. It just now all that you don't catch for specific areas, where is it going to fall? If you spray it here and I want to get the wrist, I want to get the neck, I want to get hair. Perfect example is hair. Hair extensions, braids, or your natural hair. It's still not going to waste because whatever target areas you didn't get that you walked into the cloud of fragrance, it's still going to, those mist droplets of the fragrance are still going to go all over you, get in your clothes. And if you do it right, especially if it's oil based, you don't ever want oil to get into your clothes where it's like a big blob and then you got to go somewhere important because that ain't cute. You want to mist it in, walk in the fragrance, and then it lingers in your clothes. And if it's the really good kind of perfume, after you wash it, it's gonna live in your clothes. It's gonna take several washes. That's the mark of a good perfume. It has that much sillage, it has that much longevity, it has that much projection. Going to be excellent. And then you still get the smell good. The fragrance still hits your skin. You're just not putting as much on your skin as you would if you would directly spray it on there. And it's in your clothes. That's the best way because you're still going to get great wear and you're still going to get great usage out of your fragrance. Hence, why there's probably about a good 5 droplets and I'm still trying to figure out how to get it. How in thine world, I'm trying to still figure out how to get the last couple 5 droplets out there. I ain't figured it out yet. I ain't about to bust the glass. And I don't know. They had to have welded this on heat induction, whatever they call it. I'm glad they do that because some people go in stores and they open up the cap. You don't know what people are doing. So I'm just glad they put product seals on stuff. I don't know why I went there. But I'm glad. I'm very thankful to God that they put seals on stuff. It is very, 1, hygienic, 2, for precautions. What's going on with my words? Whew. Good stuff. And then you can always touch up doing it that way, spraying it away from you versus directly there. Directly there, you just don't know what you're directly putting into your body because the skin on our body, head to toe, is one of the largest organs of our body. In some areas it's thinner than others. I'm pointing to the areas where it is. On the face and nose, lips, very sensitive but delicate, very thin-skinned areas. So you have to be careful. Can't just put anything there. Can't just scrub it with anything. Can't just apply any kind of pressure in those areas, including the wrist. I got more videos on a playlist where it's just full of hygiene tips, body care tips, hygiene advice. And I feel that it would be very helpful, and I might have covered something or that you're currently looking for. I'm going to link that at the end of this live stream as soon as I'm able to. Until next time, and I suggest having a healthy snack and some H2O because this weather not playing with us. Until next time.